Welcome to Everyday Reviews. If you are a long-time subscriber, thank you for the support. If you're new to the channel, make sure to have a look around. We do all sorts of reviews, not just automotive, but tech, travel, food, you name it, we do it. If I like it, I'm going to review it. So today we're doing a little bit of an update. It's been a year now since we've been using the Carpuride 9-inch wireless Apple CarPlay and Android portable infotainment system, and for 2023 they have a new update. So Carpuride was kind enough to send us the newest 10.3-inch version. Now this is essentially the same as the 9-inch that we reviewed, other than the size. Yes, it's a little bit larger. Personally, I really do like the look of this more narrow, wider screen than the previous 9-inch that I had, and on this TL it pretty well fits perfectly right into this little cubby area here. If I want to, I could actually, instead of using the suction mount, use that adhesive mount to go right onto the dash. So this would be really clean, and it's gonna have a nice clean look to it. So in the box, pretty simple. It's same as the 9-inch. You get a suction mount. You also get a swivel type of an adhesive mount. You can actually just put that on your dash, and if you do that, you're not gonna have that suction taking up your room here. You can also get, as an option, a vent mount as well as a CD mount. Remember, these systems here, here's a little recap. If you own a older vehicle, for instance, and you want to refresh it, other than putting in more horsepower, updating the technology is a great way, and these screens are the perfect way because it doesn't break the bank and it just really freshens the vehicle up. So you don't even need a screen. We are in my Acura TL, which is a 2004. It does have a navigation system. It's super primitive. It's probably one of the first ones out there. But a lot of other vehicles, maybe you don't have a screen, you don't have a USB even, you don't even have CarPlay or Android Auto, and you want to introduce that into your car, no problem. All you need is a 12-volt outlet. That's it. Installation, there's no wires to actually run other than if you want to go wired with a USB and your power. You don't have to splice into any fuse panels. You don't have to take anything out of the dash, which is why I really encourage people to do this, especially if they're not handy at DIY installations, kind of like myself, or you're just kind of lazy. You want a plug and play solution. So this does wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You basically pair your phone just like this to your Bluetooth and then also to your Wi-Fi. But there are a few other things that it does do. Once you've set it up, it'll just keep on coming on right when you start the vehicle. It's super simple. And when you swipe, you can see we're just getting all the same apps that we get on our regular CarPlay. Pretty straightforward. Now, one thing I missed on the last video, I can't believe so many people are commenting, hey, can you get the sound out of it into your stereo? Of course you can. Anyways, there are speakers built into the unit itself, so you can actually listen on those speakers, or you can go and select an FM frequency. And so right now I have it set for 100.1. And you can change frequencies because certain frequencies might be a little bit busier. They might not sound as good, but you can just play around with that. And then also, you can also do it by auxiliary in. If you have an auxiliary in into your stereo, a wired system is always better than a wireless any day of the week. But yeah, it's very simple like that. So also, you get a USB in the back, so you can plug in a USB dongle, for instance. If you want to watch some movies, you have to check what format they are, so make sure it's compatible. Also, there's an SD card reader in there, so you can put some videos on there, because you can watch videos not when you're driving, but when you're sitting, maybe waiting for the kids or something like that, you can watch videos on there. Another plus, if you don't have a USB in your older car, you can plug it into the Carpuride and then plug your phone into it. Not only can you do things like mirror your phone onto the screen, but it'll actually provide you power as well to charge your device. Now I'm going to show you the sequence of how to do your mirroring and your AirPlaying, and we're going going to just refer back to the previous video because the procedure is identical. And make sure you watch this because it's a little bit tricky depending on when you actually turn on or off the Wi-Fi. It took me a while, and that's why I put it in the videos, just so you'll know. There's AirPlay, so you can actually use your phone and throw images at the AirPlay and use this screen for it. However, using it on some other cars, I did try it. You cannot, for Apple CarPlay, use Netflix or Amazon, for instance. It will play on my phone, but it will not AirPlay onto the system, and I think that's a licensing thing. However, if you do have a jailbroken phone, there is an app you can get to allow your Apple CarPlay to use Netflix and things like that, and they will work. Android Auto, I believe you can actually stream Netflix and certain other apps like that. However, I do not have an Android phone. If you want to use the auto link or to mirror your phone onto here, what you have to do is you got to go in your settings and you go to the little phone with the little circle thing, and there's iPlay, which is CarPlay, or iOS Mirror. You have to set it to iOS Mirror and then go back home. You have to insert a cable into your phone, but make sure you have to turn your Wi-Fi off on your phone. Otherwise, it will not work. It'll just say it's waking up your phone, and so you have to turn the Wi-Fi off on your phone so it's not on CarPlay anymore. So you can't use CarPlay and this at the same time, but now you can see it's all wired up. It's the same thing. It's mirroring my phone here. As you can see, if we go to some pictures here, it's AirPlaying. It's showing, okay? So there's a nice, beautiful yacht that I filmed the other day. It's right from here. I can switch over to a vertical shot of that yacht. What do we got here? Oh, look at this. So here we are, we're boating, and here's a video here. There we go. If I go to YouTube, check it out. YouTube actually plays. How cool is that, right? See what we go here. All right. The attendants would just deliver the meals on a one-to-one basis. If I want to turn up the volume. I love the cheese and fruit service after dinner. I wish I could get this more often from other airlines. So yeah, so you can watch YouTube in your car. Very, very, very cool. So if you want to go back into the CarPlay now, what you're going to have to do is go back home to the settings, go back to that phone icon, and where it says iPhone wired link, okay, we're going to go to iPlay. That's CarPlay again. And we will have to unplug. And you're going to have to turn your Wi-Fi back on. Now, sometimes I've had it that it takes a while. You may have to reset it, but look at that's how fast it went. I mainly use this system for navigation because it's much better than the existing navigation in here, or if you don't have navigation at all. And I use it for phone as well. So it does have a microphone and it does have the speaker. Hey Siri, what's the weather in LA tomorrow?
Should be sunny in Los Angeles, United States tomorrow. Daytime temperatures will hover around 31 degrees, with overnight lows around 19.
It just really modernizes a vehicle, and as I said in the previous video, if you have an old or even classic car, this is the perfect thing because you can take it on and off. There's no drilling, there's no wires, there's nothing, and you can just have some of the modern conveniences of a new car in your classic car. Now, a couple of things that do apply, and they still apply. After a year of using the 9-inch, I have to say I've had zero issue. The odd time it might have had a hiccup, and I just basically just turned it off and turned it back on, and that's it. Sometimes it's my phone as well. But the one thing that I do wish, now this is just myself, is that I said that before, I'm not a fan of the mount, not how it mounts to the window or to the dash. It's how you actually attach the actual screen to the mount itself. And most people will just probably mount it and just keep it there. I like to take it off and on because, first of all, I change cars once in a while, so I want to take it with me. Or if I'm parked in a kind of a seedy area and I don't want this screen shown, people might just smash a window just to grab it. So it's really kind of hard to do, when you're this far back, and you just kind of have to do it blind, and it's tough to do. So I really wish they had maybe even a twist lock or magnetic mount of some sort. It would be so great. Otherwise, it's just a welcome addition. I love the new size of this, and if you are interested in one of these, I will leave a link in the video description. These things are really, really popular nowadays. So if you use the link Brian Chow, you're going to get 15% off if you go to their website. Also, I'll leave a link for Amazon as well, because sometimes they have sales as well. So I'm glad I was able to address some of the issues that I missed on the last review, which is how to get the sound out. Duh, I can't believe I forgot that. Anyways, remember, FM transmitter, set an FM frequency, or you can use auxiliary as well. And or you can use the speakers built in there. I like to use a stereo. It's up to you though. So that's it for today. Remember, like and subscribe. See you in the next review. Ciao.